Shane's lounging isn't doing enough.
Sugar twin, I get it. It's funny.
Okay. So we're here with Shane Koyczan and the Toronto Slam team, and maybe you could just introduce yourselves for the top of this.
Well, apparently I need no introduction.
I'm Shane Koyczan's first assistant, Crystal Mullen.
I'm the second assistant, Amanda
I was your
Hebert.
first assistant. I'm Mike Smith, the white noise machine.
David Silverberg. That is all.
Ariana and I clean the bathrooms.
So you have more than one bathroom.
Well, Shane does, yes.
Well, no, we're kidding. We're not Shane's assistants or bathroom cleaners.
I think they took us seriously.
It's because we're such brilliant
Hello,
performers.
people out there. Live the life of a poet, and you could have many assistants.
Courtesans, if you will.
So we have you here for a few seconds before you're off to.
Owen Sound. The O dot, O to the S dot.
And what's happening there?
We're performing a slam in the library.
Dave, why don't you move closer?
Yeah, just lean a bit more than that.
But I don't want to block air.
As long as you're comfortable and can hold this position for half an hour.
As long as the French toast is answering. They can see the French toast. I can hold
So this looks an awful lot like the mattress you guys were sleeping on last night.
It is indeed the mattress we were sleeping
I wouldn't say sleeping.
I wouldn't say mattress.
I wouldn't say we either. It was a shame.
I wouldn't say
It's definitely what I passed out on.
And is that part of road life? Where do you guys end up most of the time?
Actually, this is like the Hilton, really, for us.
I've ended up everywhere with like sleeping on a bed of centipedes in a basement to like 4-star hotels. So it really depends on the promoter and what kind of gig you're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to be prepared to be flexible.
Shane spends more time on the road than any of us. How would you describe your sleeping situations?
Well, doing a lot of festivals, festivals are great because they always put you in really cool place. But this has its own appeal as well, just because I'm here with crashing with friends and stuff like that. We're staying up late, talking all wrong about chicks and stuff. It's cool. So I don't know. This is gonna be a great documentary.
Talking about chicks and what we post.
Remember, kids, treat women with respect.
How did you guys get together on this project? What is it that?
Well, Dave requires human souls to power his machinery. So,
Dave
he runs the Toronto Poetry Slam.
A slam is a spoken word competition whereby poets take the stage, do pieces, and 5 judges from the audience score them from 0 to 10 based on both content and performance. There's a lot of hootering and hollering from the judges and...
who are the judges?
Judger, yeah, that's a
They're random idiots chosen throughout the audience.
No.
And
yeah, like Crystal and Amanda were actually judges last month.
One of the best things about slam poetry is that it is a socialist medium. Like, it's poetry done by people for people, and so the judges are just people in the audience, randomly selected. The slam master, i.e. Dave, will go around and say, do you know any of the poets, just so you're not biased, and get some information about the judges. So it's kind of neat because the stars aren't only the poets. The judges become the sort of characters and stars in the whole play itself, which is kind of neat.
I judged once and I hated him.
It's pretty hard.
I felt like a low-class hitman. Like, it was ridiculous. It just felt like such sleaze, but...
I think Mike wanted to leave midway through. He was like, oh God, this is horrible.
It's always hard to give someone a 0, I find.
And I was given all 0s, so it made it really hard, but no...
the problem is that you want to give 0s, but because you're a nice person, you end up giving
9.9.
8s and 9s, yeah.
Well, it's really funny because on the one hand I was doing it just to see what it's like, and it's kind of absurd giving numbers to poetry, but at the same time, you don't want to give someone a 9 just because that's what everyone's doing when they did something that's really boring and maybe offensive. And I'm just like, so it's this real kind of disjunct where it's like, this is wrong, but that was wronger.
It's funny though because some people actually love to judge.
I love it.
And I don't trust those people.
There's people who bug me every slam to judge.
So can a poet win on guilt alone?
Yeah. Absolutely.
No, wow.
Every month?
No, not every month, but there are poets that use poems to play on the heartstrings of people.
Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
What do you mean?
Well,
I'm interested.
No, it's the same. It's the same thing we did in Halifax, where I had a really sad poem, and we decided to stack it towards the end because they said we decided, the judges won't give low scores when you talk about rape. So of course we do that.
That's true. Yeah,
It's a game. It really is a game, and it's a game to highlight spoken word, but people who play it, there's strategy involved.
Yeah, it's
and
definitely.
You have to realize too, it is just a game with points.
Well, that's one of the most fascinating things about it. I mean, as someone who's never really been into sports, this is where I start to get into that competitive nature. And you'll have meetings, just you start strategizing. Okay, I think they're, I think they're going to do what they were saving for the third night because they got to make sure to get to the third night tonight. And it's fascinating and weird, but kind of cool.
So what other kind of strategies are there?
Well, this front loading is probably one of the most popular strategies, and that's in the team game, the idea is because the judges are unsure of themselves at the beginning of the night, and because something like score creep does exist, the idea is to put up your best poets with their best pieces first, so that way no matter what they're getting a really good score, and as the night progresses and maybe some of your weaker pieces are scoring just as well, if not higher, because the night has gone on and the judges are feeling a little bit more confident, or perhaps they've been
Drunk.
And they're
drinking
drunk on alcohol
and crack.